Welcome to Horror Movie Survival Guide, Disco Citizens, the podcast where gorehounds
and best friends Terry Gamble
and Julia Marchesi break down a different horror movie each week,
exploring a multitude of genres, subgenres,
and sub-subgenres,
classic and cult,
international
and underground flicks alike, determining which films are the goriest,
and offering up Horror Movie Survival Guide tips to help you
stay alive. Oh my God, I just had a cat jump behind me too.
Oh my gosh, I wonder what that was. Howdy, Disco Citizens. Cats on the
Hi.
loose here at Horror Movie Survival Guide. I am Julia.
And I'm Terry. Oh my goodness. We have had such a blast getting to chat with some very cool people from a new movie coming up. Can you tell the kids, Julia, tell the Disco Citizens what's happening?
I would love to. The movie is All the Devils Are Here. That is going to be coming out September 26th. We got to talk to the director, Barnaby Roper, and also one of the stars, Eddie Marsan, who has been in everything and is a complete delight. The movie was written by John Patrick Dover and also stars Sam Claflin, Bert Gorman, Tian Simon, Rory Kinnear, and Suki Waterhouse. And it's people talking in rooms, a chamber piece. What I love, what I need in cinema, people relating, people talking
Julia,
about
it's
their
a dream come
lives.
true. A dream come true for you, but also it's not just that, it's like very heartfelt. There's also still a crap ton of action because we get flashbacks and forwards and arounds, who knows, in the film as well, that are absolutely incredible. You get Sam Claflin wearing the sweetest red, are those vinyl? I don't know what they are, gloves. I'm sorry, but that moment alone, I'm just going to put it out there for all you all who like want to see a little bit of leather and a little bit of vinyl and a little bit of slapping with Claflin. Please check it out.
if he doesn't start a show called Slapping with Claflin, like what is he doing with his life? But I'd never seen him play.
I don't know.
I've never seen him play a psychopath before, and like he really goes for it. And I was like, "Wow, go Sam Claflin, go!"
Playing a baddie, and I'm here for it. It's his like big gangster turn. He's usually like a pretty boy or some other sweet thing, I think, most of the time. So it's really delightful. But also Eddie Marsan doing his best. You're gonna hear him talk about it in our interview too, but just like his inspiration of like Bob Hoskins, you can really see that. Like just I mean, my goodness.
So we really enjoyed it, and we recommend and check it out, and be sure to listen to watch these cool interviews with these cool folks. We're so awesome, excited we got to see it early and get to do a little tease.
A little teaser, but also I want to give you a little ratings, Julie. Can we do a little gore factor, maybe movie rating, and let the people know what we thought about the movie? Because I feel like, if you couldn't tell, it's a 5 for me. But gore factor,
it's a 5.
One, not enough blood to fill a Dixie Club. Yeah, it's a full 5 for us. I was going to try to do the ratings, but Julia's already ready to go.
No, please.
Puddle of blood, it's a 2. 3, enough blood to gross out the average viewer. 4, a bathtub of blood. 5, it's run for the barf bag. This is a barf bag movie, kids. It has got the gore that you want, but it's also got a lot of heart and stuff too. So if you want to do movie ratings, Chainsaws, 1, if you're desperate. 2, barely qualifies as a horror film. 3, seen worse, seen better. 4, not too shabby. 5, I think it's a 5 for me.
It is a 5 for me.
I don't know about you, Julia.
Yeah, I love British cinema. I love horror cinema. I love people talking in rooms. Like this gives me everything. I love Sam Claflin. Like I'm a happy girl. So I think this was a really cool one.
So we highly recommend our interviews. Kids. So 5s all around for us.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Thank you so much for checking them out. And thank you for supporting, liking, subscribing, and telling a friend and all of that. And we hope you have a wonderful, beautiful week.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I think that was another cat jumping. Dear God. Okay, anyway.
Hi.
Hello, Julia. Hello, Terry.
Hi, Eddie. Good morning.
Good morning. We're from Horror Movie Survival Guide, a fun podcast that, breaks down different horror movies and scary things every week. We are so excited to chat with you and big fans.
Yes. Okay, so let's get into it. So how did you get involved with All the Devils Are Here?
Well, they sent me the script because I come from part of London, the East End of London, which is very famous for gangsters. So I get sent gangster movies like 2 or 3 times a month. But I decided to, the reason I love this story, because we've kind of lost our way with gangster movies in the UK. where gangsters are becoming wish fulfillment characters, kind of like a Grand Theft Auto, where they're just cool guys who do bad things. But we used to make great stories, great films like The Long Good Friday or Mona Lisa or Get Carter, where there was much more nuance and complexity and vulnerability. And what I loved about this is it's four men in a hell of their own making. And if you spent time around gangsters, and I grew up around them, they are boring. They're men in the hell of their. They're not somebody you want to emulate. They're fascinating at first, but after a while you realize they're in a hell of their own making.
I love how you captured the mundane in that of even doing the washing up and watching you cook and all the housework. I was really delighted. I was really kind of a turn. I was actually pleasantly surprised because, like you said, there is kind of a trope that's, developed as well. So
Yes,
really adored
yes.
seeing that. Yeah. What what yeah, what drew you? I guess we also drew you, but did you guys I don't know. I'm sorry, I just got nervous. Because
Well, can we
it's the Lord of the Rings, but we'll get to that later.
oh,
Sorry, go
okay.
on.
So did you have a lot of rehearsal time as you would for a play for this, since it is kind of all a chamber piece?
No, not really. No, we had a read through, but because it was so well written and so kind of well structured, it kind of took care of itself, really. And once you get into it, because there's so many takes and because it's all set in one location, there's so many different camera angles and you're trying to make it cinematically and visually epic. So you get lots of coverage, and because you get lots of coverage, you get lots of takes. So we had lots of rehearsals. We must have done like 50 takes of each scene,
Oh,
but
Wow.
because
wow.
multiple camera moves and things, you know.
Wow. And what was the inspiration for you behind this character? You said the East End Gangsters. Was there any other specific characters or movies that you drew from?
Well, my the germ for this character, the essence of this character was Bob Hoskins. So in a sense, he was my inspiration. I thought, wouldn't it be great if Bob Hoskins played this role, and how would he play it? So all the look, visually, mannerisms wasn't an imitation of Bob Hoskins, but it was inspired by him.
I could absolutely see that. That's incredible. Perfect. Um, what was it like to do all these fight scenes with dear Sam Claflin and, you guys went at it? What was it like to choreograph that and get that done? Because that was so
It was well
intense.
choreographed by the stunt guys. They did an amazing job. But Sam is 20 years younger than me. So I mean, I just had to reach for the painkillers afterwards and have a hot bath while he just went to a club somewhere. I was kind of, yeah, I'm getting too old for this crap now, you know?
I think you channeled that into the character beautifully as
Yeah.
well, because oh my goodness, you could tell he was done. Ugh. Did you guys shoot like in chronological order? What was the kind of order of putting this all together?
No, we didn't shoot almost in chronological order because the exterior location was in Devon on the
Hmm.
moor, and the interior location was Twickenham Studios in West London. But once we got in the studio, it was more or less chronological, really, which was a great help for us all because because it's a chamber piece. It's all about the context of the characters and the acting, really. And we were very lucky to have. I mean, I think Bern Gorman and Tien Simon
Mhm.
and Suki, they all do amazing performances. They make the film epic, really.
Chamber pieces are my favorite kinds of films, so this movie, a true delight to me. Can I ask you, this is a big question I have, but what is your favorite thing about cinema?
My favorite thing about it is the shared consciousness. It's
Oh.
watching something with other people and tuning into their consciousness. It's really interesting as an actor because when you get sent something that you've done, if you watch it on your own, you're so self-conscious, well, I am anyway, that you hate watching it.
Mm,
And I remember watching Happy Go Lucky, and I hated it. There was
really?
You're
I
so
just thought
amazing in that.
it was the end of my career. And then we watched it at the Berlin Film Festival with thousands of people. And I suddenly tuned in to what they found funny about it. So I suddenly appreciated the collective consciousness of an audience. and
Yeah,
it's
you
a
got
wonderful experience.
you get to see it through their eyes a little bit too. It's like taking a
Yeah,
child on their first trip to like a theme park or something. You actually get to enjoy it again.
yeah,
That's beautiful.
yeah.
Um, I love that. We are all about survival on our show. It's called Horror Movie Survival Guide. So we're always looking at how do you survive a film. This is one of those ones I don't know if you can, but do you have an idea of how anybody would ever get out of this, or do you never get out? Do they ever get to go to another place?
I don't know.
Is there retribution for these guys?
The only one who represents the future is Tien Simon, plays Royce. He's the young one, the innocent one. He's really the heart of the show in many ways.
Mhm.
And that's why I'm so grateful for him for giving such a beautiful performance,
Hmm.
because without his performance, the film would kind of be unbalanced. It would just become cynical. And he adds a kind of innocence to it, which is a wonderful thing for a young actor to do, to bring a kind of gentleness to, especially to a gangster movie. It's a very brave choice.
And I think surviving this film also don't be a gangster. Don't get your hands dirty in
Yes.
the first place,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Just say no.
Don't trust Mr. Reynolds, whatever he says. Like, it is not going to
Yeah.
go well for you. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. And don't trust all the people he's working, together with. My goodness.
For
Um,
for our last
oh,
question, can we just ask, do you have a horror movie that you like that you would recommend that we should check it out?
The Changeling with George C. Scott.
Yes.
incredible film. You do have supreme taste, Mr. Martin. That is a beast of a performance and a classic.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Just like you, beast of a performer, incredible work. Thank you again for chatting with us today. We really, it's absolutely delightful. And thank you for your work just over the years and just, you've been a part of many, many things that we've absolutely enjoyed. So thank you again.
Very kind. Thank you very much. Thank
Thank
Cheers.
you.
you. And good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Hi, Barnaby. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yay. So
Okay, let's get
go.
into it. So, Disco Citizens, we are so happy to have today Barnaby Roper, who is the director of All the Devils Are Here, and we can't wait for y'all to see the movie. It's so awesome.
It's incredible. You have an insane cast. You
Mhm.
assembled like the most incredible actors, just with a wonderful piece of just guys in a room talking, which Julie is obsessed with. So let's
I love it.
go.
Chamber pieces are my jam. So this is so up my alley. So let's start with the beginning of how did you get involved with this project?
Well, so I've been, I come from a commercial kind of world and stuff like that, and music video world and stuff like that. So, and I've been doing, and I want to, I've been trying to push into movies and just like that. And then what happened was we wrote a couple of scripts and stuff like that, and nothing was really happening. So I thought, damn, I'm gonna go and write a movie that I'm gonna, direct on my iPhone if in my phone if I can.
Yeah.
If it takes me, whatever. So, and I saw an article in a newspaper of the Great Train Robbery, and they had a photo album of the hideout. And there are lots of little clues in this film that it's inspired by that, but it's not a train robbery. There's no train. There's no, there's nothing like that. But we but in this photo album it showed the house, and I just wanted, and it was just this, it wasn't like this hideout what I had in my mind where it was like this like dark and dingy kind of thing, but ours is, but it had like floral paper, and it had like a normal, little kitchen kind of
It was
kitchen,
like a Nan's cottage somewhere, yeah.
little cottage, stuff like that. And so what I wanted to do was that suddenly what got me was what happened in that house.
Yes.
Everyone knows about the story this side, and everyone knows about the story that side, but what happened in that house? Because
Yes.
you've got these guys just done a robbery and all that kind of like male ego, like running around and like that sort of stuff, and that's what I wanted to see.
And it's amazing because you have such different characters coming together, people who would never be in this room all together if there was not for these circumstances, right? And then you have someone like Sam Claflin you're throwing in who is such just a psycho who you're like, you could be set off at any time by anything. There's not even
He's a
rational
time
thought
bomb.
going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Time bomb in the house. Yeah.
So can you talk about putting this amazing cast together?
Yeah, well, Sam was actually the last one. I think they're one of the last ones to come on, actually. And but Eddie came on quite early on, and we and he was someone I really obviously wanted to be in it. He was just the kind of perfect kind of role for it, and what really inspired him about the movie, because when we started writing the script with me and John, we started writing the script, is like we didn't want to go down those traits of like other kind of modern English gangster movie. We wanted to hark back to like the Get Carters and the Long Good Fridays, but then also add in the kind of like English and eccentricity of Lady Killers and Lavender Hill Mob. That's why all the characters dialed up a little bit, and they're all a little bit trick and everything like that. So we wanted all those kind of mixtures, and we wanted them to talk about their feelings. And it was like, what you were doing a gangster movie, and they're talking about their feelings.
That's what we love about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, so we're all in this room, and they're, and it, I mean, there was tears on set, like with some of the performances and stuff like that, and you're like, but we wanted to do that. We wanted to dial up those kind of things. And like Eddie came on, and then, Tien was like, we cast for Tien, and Tien was just great, and then Byrne, when we got Byrne, me and Byrne sat in a room, and within 10 minutes we created this character. I mean, it was on and we understood, we were both in tune in what we wanted, and he was just, amazing. And then Sam came on, and Sam was like, it's like Sam's used to, let's not mince meat. He's a good looking guy. So
I didn't notice. I'm sorry.
Agreed.
I didn't know.
My wife was actually saying to me, she rang me and she said, "Oh, I've been watching the show, and I think I found this actor that you should look at." And I'm like, "Who?" And it's like, "Oh, Sam." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm meeting him this afternoon."
She knew. Oh, wow.
But I had actually met Sam before. On I was doing a photo of him for GQ, and
oh wow.
And he was just when he came on, I mean, I honestly, just the professionalism of Sam and the dedication of Sam was just beautiful. And all of them in their house, we walked onto this. We didn't have, great many days to shoot it. We had these huge, long monologue pieces, around these tables. But we all we were in it, and we were sold on it, and we were like, and we acted like a family in the end. We were like, we all loved it. And if we weren't happy, we'd do it again. And it was all this kind of, it's a really good feeling. And I hope that performance comes out, because also I'm known for, in my other work is very visual, but the thing that I really wanted the most is for the acting to come across in this movie, not to be so pushed into the visual side of things.
Well, they don't fight each other. That's the nice thing. You get both.
Because it is still visually striking. It's still a gorgeous film, but you are also getting the inner depths of the characters that you want as well. I think it both worth tremendously.
I think it's juxtaposed nicely with the background that you have, which is, I think, so fun about it. Like you talked about, you've got these gangsters, but they're going deep. They're expressing their feelings and kind of what it feels like to live this life. And really, it's a little more of a cautionary tale than I thought it was going to be. I thought, reading the title, we try not to read what the movie's about before we watch some. We just look at the title and watch the film. And I was like, oh, this is not what I expected at all based on the name. So kudos to you on that, and having that being surprisingly just like really heartfelt and beautiful. Gonna ask, what's your favorite thing about cinema in general, and what do you love about making film?
I mean, I've always loved film. I mean, I love it from a young age, and that's why I really feel that, in this film, I was really trying to push those kind of like early kind of like gangster movies, and those kind of like, those, Lavender Hill Mob, and, and all that sort of stuff, and giving these little recipe of a little pinch of this and a pinch of that and a pinch of that to create this kind of this mode. And obviously, as I said, and what I loved about it was just everything from the word go, creating the world, creating the characters, creating the sets, creating the like, I had this vision of like, with Royce, Tian's character. It's like, I had this, like, he had to wear this green like tracksuit. I just like, so we had to get, the only outfit that was made was Tian's tracksuit because I had to get it made. Like this, I wanted it emerald green with a gold and a little bar on it, and because I just wanted it like it's almost like he's never been in the country, and it's like the outfit kind of just like stands
Oh,
out.
sticks out. Yeah.
I love about movies is that we can create these worlds, and that's what I love. And it's like each recipe is different, and it's the details and the details and the details of every single thing. It's just sprinkling on those different details, and that keep on creating these worlds.
And it's amazing to see the world that's in your head come to life before you, and we get to all see it and envision. So I love dipping into directors' heads and seeing what it's like. And
Oh
you did this
yeah.
perfectly.
Oh yeah. All right, we have time for I think one more question with you, Barnaby. Oh my goodness, we have to ask. I
So
think.
yes, the
What is
question
it,
we always
Julius?
ask. We always ask, how do you survive this film? We are a horror movie survival guide, and it's all about survival. Is there a way to survive All the Devils Are Here?
Oh,
I mean, it's a lot of movies they don't, and that we cover. It's okay if
yeah,
no one survives, but
it took a lot out of me. It took a lot out of me something like this. But I think in the end of the day, when people are going to watch this movie and then they kind of come away from this movie, it's like I want them to see the richness in this. I want to see the kind of the depth and everything in this. And exactly what you said. It's like, oh, that's not the movie I expected, I want that, but I want people to also say that like, wow, those performances were great. And wait a minute, we were in a house for an hour and a half. And it was like, what just happened? And it's like, those things that I really want, because when I came to thinking about trying to make this film, it's like 12 Angry Men and Lifeboat, all those kind of things. It's like, right, I can make this movie. I can just set a camera up in a room, we can make a movie. And it's like, well, no, actually that's pretty hard to do when you're in a chamber piece, because a chamber piece is really hard than like helping to cut to, okay, let's cut to a road scene, let's cut to an indoor scene, let's cut to like a swimming pool scene, and those and so it's like, beware of what you wish for.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good way to end it. Oh,
thank you so much for talking to us today. And please, everybody, All the Devils Are Here opens September 26th. Please run out and see it. We loved it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Cheers.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Guys, take care. Bye.
Bye.